All right, today I want to talk about commitment versus decision fatigue. So I want to talk about this from the perspective of gaming, but this is also very applicable to Netflix, Amazon Prime Video, Disney Plus, all of the Spotify, YouTube Music, YouTube in general. And I have just finished Hogwarts Legacy on the ROG Xbox Ally, and I think I will do a review about that game, although obviously it's an old game, but I kind of want to talk about it anyways. But today it's all about decision fatigue, choice paralysis versus commitment. So I finished that game and I'm kind of looking into what to play next. And I was looking at Division 2, Witcher 3, GTA 5, Uncharted, and some of those games that I just mentioned are also available in the Xbox Game Pass subscription, which starts at €9. So fairly, in air quotes, cheap or affordable, considering all of the games that you have access to. If I buy, so currently my choice is for Division 2 actually, and that game on Xbox but also on Steam is €40. So now you probably could think to yourself, okay, should I buy €40 one game? Or if I, so this is an overly simplified calculation of course, or should I go with the Game Pass subscription model, which with €40 I could basically pay for a month of that game subscription and have access to multiple games. But this comes with what I was just saying, decision fatigue and choice paralysis. And I just know that if I would go with the Game Pass route, I would be a little bit overwhelmed. Of course, I can download only this Division 2 or the game that I want to play, but still I have access to so many different games and I'm just human. I just know, oh, okay, there was this game, there's that game, I could try it out. Because, as I said, this is just one example that is very applicable to any other games, other subscription medias. I know that many of you know that feeling. You sit down at the couch, you switch on Netflix, Disney Plus, or whatever it might be. And then you sit there, probably for half an hour, trying to figure out what to watch next. And that is the decision fatigue, the choice paralysis, basically. You don't know what to watch because there's so many things, so many amazing things that you can watch. And because it's, in air quotes, such a cheap monthly investment to have access to all of those choices, you maybe think to yourself, oh, okay, I can watch that next week. Or in this case, with the Game Pass, oh, I can play that maybe next month or in 2 days. Let's start with this. Oh no, there's another game or another movie. Let's check this. And most of the time, and I know that some of you can relate to that as well, after 30 minutes of trying to figure out which movie to watch next, or at least I then just decide, okay, let's just watch something that I already know because I don't want to invest in a movie that potentially is bad. And yeah, then I switch off or I get onto my phone and doom scroll whilst watching that movie that I already knew because I was so overwhelmed with the choices. So now what's the solution? And this is actually something that I already tried with Amazon Prime, because on Amazon Prime, obviously you have the subscription options of movies, but you can also buy movies, right, that are not available in any catalog of your subscriptions. And I did notice that when I saw a movie and it was like €14, and obviously that's a lot of money considering you can get other movies for, in air quotes, free inside your subscription. I noticed that when I made the conscious decision of buying that movie, and let's not start with buying, obviously I'm not buying the movie, but I basically have it in my digital library and Amazon can take it away whenever they want. But anyways, I bought that movie for €14. Subconsciously, I'm sitting there and okay, I need to watch this. I paid 14 euros now. And that's basically the same thought process that I'm having now with games. I just said to myself yesterday, okay, I'm not going to buy the Game Pass subscription. It is, financially speaking, the better choice. I get access to all of the games, and then more importantly, to the game that I actually wanted to play for 8 euros, or no, 8.99, so 9 euros. But I would get into this spiral of decision fatigue, choice paralysis, basically. So I will make the decision. I have not bought it yet, but I will buy Division 2 for 40 euros. And I'm committing to that. And I think that is, I know this, I already know some people will say, oh, you just need to mentally stronger and whatever it might be. And fair enough, that is totally fair. But sometimes, especially the older you get, you have so many decisions to make in your life that you sometimes want to make it easier on yourself making another decision. So for me, making the, in air quotes, easy but financially stupid decision to say, okay, I'm going to invest 40 euros to buy that game, gives me this commitment. Okay, you spent 40 euros, now play it. But also the easy route of, I don't have any other choices. This is the game that I'm going to play. And basically, I'm kind of emulating what we had to do when we were younger, right? When we were younger, our parents or we ourselves, either our parents bought us just one game, or we kind of saved up so much money to buy that game for ourselves. And we didn't have any other options. So we played that game, how broken it might have been, how bad it might have been, because we spent our pocket money and saved up so much to buy that game. And it's the same thing right now. I consciously decide to invest that money. Again, financially speaking, probably not the best idea, but then I just know I only have that one game. I spent 40 euros on that. I'm going to play it. I am committing to that one game. And yeah, maybe that is helpful to you as well, to kind of think to yourself, okay, instead of spiraling down the decision fatigue, the choice paralysis, maybe not spend for another subscription, because I mean, the bad thing about subscription is that we sometimes forget it, and it just goes off our account monthly, and it might not seem like much, but it obviously will add up over a month and a year and another year. So maybe instead of buying a Game Pass subscription, maybe consider, what's the phrase, biting into the sour apple, and rather pay full price for a game. Again, it's not probably financially not the best idea, considering what you get from Game Pass, but maybe it helps you in terms of, yeah, I repeat myself, I think this word is kind of cool, choice paralysis or decision fatigue, because we have that every single day, right? We have to decide on so many things, and we, get fatigued by all of the decisions we have to make. And maybe simplifying that one thing maybe is helpful, especially with something that should be fun, that should be enjoyable, that should be relaxing when it comes down to gaming. Kind of, again, emulating what we had when we were younger, just one game, and then kind of committing to that one game because you spent money. Just maybe some food for thought. Let me know what your thoughts about this. Comment below, and maybe check out my video about doom scrolling versus gaming up here. YouTube thinks that you like the video down here, and don't forget to subscribe by clicking the button up here. That way we see each other in the next video. Thank you very much.